So let's talk about the pros and cons of social media, and particularly of the different forms of social media. Now, whereas most people are inclined to, like, for example, they'll take, this is Facebook and explain Facebook. This is Instagram. I'm going to refer to all the social media networks in a kind of type, so you can understand what it is you're going for. So, for example, there are platforms known as social networking platforms. And Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn are social networking platforms. If you're a small business, a platform like Facebook or LinkedIn could be a great place to start. There are great pros, or you get to communicate. Almost everyone you know is on one of those platforms. And I can tell you that the cons are, it's a little harder because there's so much clutter out there. So what you need to do is you need to look at what you're going to do and say, okay, for my particular marketing, I need a social networking platform. The other kind of platform is known as a photo sharing platform. And these are platforms like Instagram and Pinterest. These are wonderful for people that have a very visual image that they want to portray. So, for example, if you're a baker or Ryan and his coffee, if you're not on a photo sharing application, and don't confuse us with Facebook. Facebook allows for photo sharing as well. You need to understand that this is where you need to be if that's your market. I saw just now there was a makeup artist. Certainly a makeup artist or a hairdresser would need to be on Instagram, would probably need to be on Pinterest. The cons of that is that you need to have high quality images, and these can cost you just a little bit more. The next kind are video sharing platforms. And the two main video sharing platforms are YouTube and Vimeo. And YouTube, with 2.6 billion people in it, is just, it's a remarkable platform. Roughly 88% of marketers will tell you right now that they're getting a much higher return on investment on video than on anything else. Content takes a little longer to produce. It's a little harder to get right, requires a little bit more effort on your time. But certainly, if there's anything you have, I have become a video convert in the last year, particularly during the lockdown period when people couldn't walk into houses. They couldn't walk into businesses. It was so important to be able to portray yourself either through imagery or through video. And then, of course, there are the interactive media platforms. And that's, for example, TikTok and Snapchat. And I'm guessing that 90% of my audience today have never even ventured into TikTok or Snapchat and wouldn't even consider it. It's something that young people do. But if that's your market, if Gen Z is your market, that's where you need to be talking. You need to be finding out a little bit more about TikTok, particularly. It's a remarkable platform. It's more viral than anything I've ever seen before. At the start of lockdown, I put my own first little video on TikTok and was absolutely amazed when it got 43,000 views. Now, that's the kind of numbers that are kind of almost unheard of on Facebook, but you're seeing that kind of thing on TikTok. So that's interactive media for you. And then, of course, finally, there are blogging and community building sites like Tumblr, Reddit, and of course, LinkedIn falls into one of these. These allow you to interact, to talk, to show the social side of you. And I know, once again, that most of you have never looked at Tumblr or Reddit. I know a lot of you are on LinkedIn. The cons are it takes a little bit longer and it's a little harder to do it, but it's certainly worth your while to explore all these different things. So the reason why I've done it this particular way is to say to you, you need to look at your target market, your audience, your product, and say, where do they best fit into each one of these? And where could I best associate? So, for example, if I want to do business to business, then LinkedIn is the place to be. If I want to do business to consumer, then I'm going to kind of go to Facebook. If I want to do business to consumer with high video content, I'll set up a YouTube channel. And that's kind of where it's all about.